Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. Today we are beginning a series of 12 reviews for beers from Y Market Company, and I'm going to introduce Y Market briefly, and then we will get on to the beers. There are 12 beers that we're going to look at in order, and in general I'm trying to set them up in order of strength, alcoholic strength, no other reason than just to set up some kind of order for them. Y Market is a brewery in Nagoya, Japan, which is generally regarded as the third largest city in Japan after Tokyo and Osaka. And Nagoya did not have much of a beer scene for quite a while, and they have kind of caught up now. But certainly Y Market is the premier brewer in that part of Japan. They opened in 2014, and there was a lot of buzz surrounding the development and opening of this brewery. The brewer, whose name is Kachi Makoto, he had worked for Kisoji Brewery in Nagano, and later they added Nakanishi-san, who had been at Ise Kadoya in Ise, Mie Prefecture. So two well-experienced brewers. Kachi studied in Canada and got involved with brewing there, and Nakanishi, I'm not sure where he worked before that, but they're both very well-experienced brewers. The name Y Market is, their original brew house was in the Yanagibashi Market in Nagoya, so they decided to call it Y Market Brewing after that. They opened in 2014, and in 2014 they were chosen as the best new brewer in Japan by RateBeer.com. So they came out of the gate, just with all cylinders firing, and produced a lot of interesting beers. People were talking about them. It seemed like they kind of rested on their laurels for a while, and I think maybe they're coming back with stronger stuff. They started with a 1,000 liter system, and then in 2018 built a new brewery with a 30 kiloliter system, so quite a bit bigger. And they started canning 1 year ago from today, which is we're now in March, and they began canning, and the 12 can set, which we're going to look at, is actually an anniversary set of the 1 year canning date when they first started canning. So, and today we're going to take a quick look at Session IPA, and this one is okay. And now we're on to the 9th beer from Y Market in their 12 can anniversary of canning set. And next one we're going to look at is called Hysteric IPA. And this beer has been around again since the first year that Y Market began production, which is 2014. It is a 7.1% alcohol beer, and it has 74.56 international bittering units. And normally I drink the beer that I'm reviewing in real time with you here. Yesterday I got online with a group of people. We did a Zoom video chat, and we were looking at a number of Y Market beers, and so I drank that one together with them yesterday. And so I don't have it in the can, or I don't have it to drink with you here now. What I do have is the Yuzu Pale Ale I reviewed in the last one. But I do have notes, and I'd like to talk about this beer with you. So again, it's 7.1%, and it is 74 IBUs, pretty high, definitely. And on RateBeer it has 25 ratings, an average score of 3.65, a percentile score of 84% among all beers on RateBeer and 79% for its style, which is American IPA. And I think that's probably the biggest category on RateBeer, American IPA or IPA. So there's a lot of them. So 79 is very respectable. This beer, from my notes from yesterday, this beer has a lot of tropical fruit, some pine in the nose, and in the flavor, passion fruit, a lot of citrus, some grapefruit, I think, and a light green apple-y note, and also some stone fruit kind of thing, like maybe apricot, perhaps, some caramel. And it has a variety of hops. It had Simcoe, Citra, Chinook, Mosaic, and one from New Zealand, Motueka, which would give the tropical fruity note, or more grapey kind of note, rather than a solid citrusy or piney character. So it's a pretty solid beer, I think. I've had this before, and I think I liked it better then than I do now. But still, it's a really, really solid, maybe kind of slightly old school style IPA, except for the Motueka, which is wouldn't be considered, something like a West Coast IPA at all here. So I think you should give this one a go if you happen to see it. It's probably one of their more commonly distributed beers. So if you're in a beer bar in Japan, you may be able to find this one. If not, go online and you can buy their beers online. They have a nice online shop where you can pick up different sets of beers as well. Okay, so that was, again, Wine Market Hysteric IPA, 7.1%, 74 IBUs. Give it a go, all right? And we have a few more Wine Market beers we're going to get to, and we're moving up in scale in terms of alcohol content. So the next ones will be a little bit higher, a little bit heavier hitters. All right, take care. Bye-bye.